All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SNDL, Sundial Growers Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. But before we go ahead and dive into all the things that the chart is showing us and we look at in just a moment, I do want to announce to all investors the launch of my website. I launched it last week, investfortomorrow.com. It's still being developed on the forums, but starting in January, you will have access to weekly watch lists, daily watch lists, monthly watch lists, and so forth. So there is an intro video that tells you a little bit more about the website overall if you have a chance to check it out. And I highly advise everyone to check out the disclaimer so that everyone's aware of the purpose of the website and no one's misled or misinformed. Now, the forum here, we can go ahead and see that there's different forums. The stock picks forum, weekly and monthly picks. We have the daily watch list, which that's going to start being updated by January. Gathering of investors, and also how to manage the intangible, which is a further extension to just learning about stocks. As the website continues to be developed, there's going to be more forums as well, other than just stocks. Here are the two options, right? Determined investor or advanced investor for member options. They're completely optional, but you can read down below on the bottom of each what you'll have access to. And again, there's no obligation. It's optional. A lot of members were asking me if I had a members group, and here it is. I created the website so we can have a members group and further expand our knowledge on investing and finances, as well as build a community of investors all looking for the same goal. So that is true goal of the whole entire website and the purpose moving forward. So let's jump into SNDL. I'm going to put the link down below. If I didn't state that, I'll put it down below in the description. SNDL has ran up, right, from about these lows down here of about 23 cents, ran up, leveled off, and it ran up from 27 cents upwards. Right now, the lowest support after these highs and this bearish run is 46 cents, and it's doing really well, like I stated, to stay above it. It's super important that the bulls continue to hold this up, but every time they're getting closer and closer, right? They almost reached it today, right? They touched the 46 cent range, but they didn't break below it, right? They're in the 46 and some change, like the high 46 to the hundreds and thousands place, but they're getting really close. Right now it's sitting at 48.60, and if the bulls can't push through the resistance that we're about to talk about and our support, we're gonna have to watch this super close, and it's going to be very important. I'm going to talk about it very narrow because like I did yesterday, it was pretty narrow, and as you can see, it didn't move much up or down, but it did break through support, and it's very important to keep that in mind. And then I'm going to talk about it a little bit broader. So here we are with our resistance and new supports. Let's go ahead and move these to their new location based off the chart, and then also talk about this broader after I place these, because this is going to be a very narrow stretch. So we have our resistance and support there. We have the 50-day moving average. We have the highest point before the fall, which is probably one of the most important numbers right now. And if 46 cents gets broken through, what would be the next support? Well, I would say it's right before that run again here at 38.94. So you can write that down if you would like to, if you want to round it up, because it's to the thousands place, right? 0.0006. It's, if you add that up to that, that's 39 cents. So if you want to round it up to 39 cents, you're more than welcome to. But to be exact, that is the 0.38, right? 94. 0.3894. But here we are seeing where it's at. That's the next point of reference if support is broken through and it's working its way down. And if this resistance and the 50-day moving average is broken through, the highest point before the fall is 55.36. That's probably one of the most important numbers right now, since the fact that that's the highest point before it started to fall, before it broke through the 50-day moving average and got deeper into bearish territory. So I'd keep that number in mind as well. But let's look at this narrowed in now so that we can pay very close attention to this tomorrow. So the 50-day moving average is 51.13. It doesn't land exactly on it. It jumps around, but it's 5113 to be exact, right? That is the number that's indicating to us investors where the stock lies. If we're below it, the bears are in control and we're in bearish territory. If we're above it, the bulls are in control and we're in bullish territory. So right now, we're sitting below it. And we're sitting at 48.60 in bearish territory. Now, the bulls want to break through the 50-day moving average, but before that, they have to break through this resistance. But before we look at the resistance, I want to talk about our support here. So our support here is 46.49. It touched the 46-cent range, but it didn't break through 46 cents to the T. Because remember, down here at this point, to be exact, it's about 45.97. If you want to round it up, 46 cents. So anywhere between that 46 cent range to the T, all the way down to 45.90 is kind of that support area right there that you can kind of hover around to the hundreds and thousands place. But just to round it and just kind of close it out, 46 cents to the T is the support that if it gets broken through, this is going to hit newer lows and get deeper into bearish territory. So 46.49 is very close to that number. So if this gets broken through, you need to watch this closely and see how quickly it's moving to newer lows or how the bulls are trying to reappear. So that's another important thing, because you can see here that the bulls reappeared, but the momentum died fairly quickly and it just leveled off at 48.64. They brought it up 2 cents, but those same 2 cents can just drop because look how much the bears dropped it. And every time you see the bulls appear, they appear in little amounts. Look at their candlesticks compared to red candlesticks. That can kind of give you an idea. This is the only time that the bulls kind of appeared a little bit stronger and the bears kind of leveled them off and then they continue to pull them down. So we're going to have to watch this closely. Right now, could the bulls use this momentum? We'll have to see. I mean, the volume's pretty low in the after hours here with these little bearish candlesticks. I mean, 500 in volume, 100 in volume in those 30-minute time frames isn't too much compared to 300,000, 100,000, 5,000. So if they hold themselves up with this momentum and kind of level off and continue to bounce from there, they could break resistance, but their goal needs to be breaking through the 50-day moving average. But back to the support, if 46.49 gets broken through, I highly advise every single investor to pay very close attention to the reaction of the stock. How is it behaving and how quickly is it moving to newer lows? Now, our resistance. This is what the bulls want to break through. This is what they need to break through. But this resistance here does not signify that the bulls are guaranteed to break through the 50-day moving average and that they're guaranteed back into bullish territory. This resistance just lets us know as investors where this is going and where is the trajectory heading, right? And if they turn that into a support, that could be the beginning catalyst to pull away from it and reach newer highs. So our resistance is 49.86. If the bulls break through that, turn that into a support, they could be on their way to reaching newer highs, new resistance levels, and pulling further away from the 50-day moving average once they break through it into bullish territory. But before getting there, they need to break through resistance, turn it into a support, and work their way up closer to the 50-day moving average. And once they break away from it, they can go ahead and reach new highs, new resistance levels, and get deeper into bullish territory. But before getting to any of those areas, the beginning step and beginning catalyst is 49.86. We'll have to watch this stock very closely, how it's reacting and behaving once it turns it into a support, and if they can hold it up, or are the bears going to bring this back down? Because remember, we're still in bearish territory in this whole entire area. Even between the resistance and the 50-day moving average, this whole entire area still needs to go ahead and be crossed by the bulls and continue to pull up further to go ahead and get out of bearish territory. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.